So once again, folks, two events coming up still on tonight's card. Kikuno versus JZ Calvin, Aoki versus Tatsuya Kawajiri. We are also going to see an announcement made soon about Dream 16, which will be live on HDNet. It's going to happen September 25, I'm told, so mark that one in your calendars. September 25 for Dream 16. I'm also told for K1 fans, the K1 Final 16 from Seoul in Korea will be on October the 2nd. So huge fight cards coming your way, but none bigger than right here tonight at the moment. We saw the highlights recently. We saw a gutted Melvin Manoff. Question marks being raised also, Frank, from that fight. Melvin did spend some time under the ropes, under the turnbuckle, and should the referee have stopped the fight and pulled them back to center ring?
Well, you know, yes and no. I mean, obviously, if there was any damage was being done, yeah, but the ring post was stopping every punch that was coming towards his face when there was no damage happening. And really, from the bottom, he had a position where he could have moved and could have took a break while he was in there, so he should have not have been complaining about getting pulled back in and just kind of kept his space and kept his positioning. And he ended up getting pulled back in to get for the worse for the wear anyway. So it really didn't make that much of a difference. Yes and no on that position. You know, I'm one of those guys, like, get it back into the center of the ring. I want to see more things happen, so pull it back in immediately. But they thought not to leave it there and just said, let's give him a couple seconds, see what happens, and they moved it later.
Two more fights remaining on tonight's card. Aoki and Kawajiri is the big talking point. Of course, the lightweight strap on the line for Shinya Aoki, who needs to impress here tonight after being absolutely schooled by a very clever game plan from Gil Melendez last time out in Strikeforce. And Aoki cannot afford to make any of the mistakes that he made against Melendez in Nashville, Frank. And you figure that Kawajiri is going to try and take a leaf out of the Melendez playbook for the fight against Aoki.
Well, he doesn't have much of a choice. I mean, the problem is that basically you're talking about a bigger, stronger Melendez and Kawajiri. So you really can't make the same mistakes because Aoki's whole style is waiting for you to make a mistake, and he capitalizes on it. Well, Melendez never made a mistake, and if Kawajiri doesn't make any mistakes, then he's going to be able to win this fight. So it all depends on what does Kawajiri do, not what does Aoki do.
Okay, folks, we are ready to recommence Dream 15 from here at the Saitama Super Arena. Here it comes. So we're about to recommence here. I believe there are some announcements that are going to be made very soon. Sit back and enjoy all the action, folks.
Dream フェザー級に参戦。プリンス最後の挑戦。宇野薫。
Yes, indeed, the little gremlin is back, Carluno. One of the Japanese mixed martial arts favourite, an all-time favourite indeed here in Japan, and so many fans right around the world. And I believe we are going to see Carluno make an announcement that he will be appearing at Dream 16. Hans, he is big time here in Carluno, has been for many years, one of the pioneers of Japanese mixed martial arts.
Yes, sir, he's considered one of the four legends of Shooto.
Who are the other three, Hans? Put you on the spot there.
I always forget the fourth one, but
Maha Sakurai,
Rumina Sato, Carluno, the fourth guy, I can never remember off the top of my head.
Who is it, Franco Trigo?
I couldn't tell you. I have no idea who the fourth pillar is.
Here's Carluno in the ring, and over to the Hanslater, the translator, Hans Thompson.
こんにちは、宇野薫です。約2年間海外で挑戦してまして、結果を出せずに悔しい気持ちでいっぱいで、引退も
I was challenging myself overseas for 2 years, but I wasn't able to get a good result, and I came back feeling really sad.
気持ちと夢があるので、
But I still want to continue to improve myself,
ドリームのリングに帰ってきたいと思いました。
and I want to return to the Dream Ring one more time.
階級もフェザー級という 階級に下げて
I'm going to drop to featherweight.
最後になるかもしれないです。
And this could
新
be
たな戦いに
this could be my last fight.
頑張りたいと思いますので応援よろしくお願いします。
So please continue to support me.
Do not feed him after midnight. Do not get him wet. The little gremlin will be back at Dream 16. It'll be fantastic to see Carluno in action once more. He certainly looks happy to be back here in Japan, Carluno. Fantastic crowd on hand here at the Saitama Super Arena. They have come out for a sweltering Saturday afternoon of action.
僕は武術、武道なんで、どっちが生き残るか、勝つことすら目標ではなくて、生き残るためにどうするのかっていう、そのために命を懸けることはそんなに嫌じゃないです、はい、命自体よりも命の使い方に興味があります。
三日月蹴り、菊野勝則。
僕たちの鹿児島人は何度も知覧特攻基地だとか加世田特攻基地だとか何とか言ってお母さんってみんな書くんですよね。行くわけですよね、国のために。今この平和な世の中で僕の命をどう使いたいかっていうのをすごく大切にしてて。
戦いとは命のやり取り。人たちで生きるべく三鎮の構えで間合いを制す。そして
なるほど。
これが必殺三日月蹴り。
内面的なものがもっと重要であって、多分武士の世界の試合っていうのは、勝負っていうのはそうだっていう試合か、本当殺し合いの試合ですよね。お互い交差するじゃないですか。その瞬間に倒れるんですよ、相手は。
現代に生み落とされた狂気の武士。
そうですね、もう刀ってイメージですね。打ち合いをしたらいけない。打ち合いっていうのは殺されてる。あばらであったり溝であったり顔でもいいんだったら刺したいんですけど、本当に相手を殺してしまいかねない技なんで反則とされてるんで拳で殴りますけど、三日月蹴りっていうのは今のルールでは禁止されてないので使わせていただいてます。
一の太刀を疑わず二の太刀はいらず。果たしてこの闘神に通じるか。キングオブヒーローズ JG カルマ。リオデジャネイロのスラムが生んだ小さな戦いの神。無敗のまま王座へ。しかし膝の大怪我を抱えたまま新たなリング。青木、川尻、日本のツートップを前に不覚を取った。膝の怪我が癒えた今、闘神完全復活の時。
僕の目標はそこではないです。それは僕にとっては面白くないです。本当の武術家の人方たちは本当に黙々と自分の技を磨いているわけですから、勝つことすら目標ではなくて、生き残るためにどうするのかっていう。
生きるために人たちに切る。菊野勝則 VS JG カルマ。
ただいまより本日の第6試合ライト級ワンマッチを行います。 And now for the sixth match。 赤コーナーより JG カルマ選手の入場です。
Sem dor, toda a verdade na religião.
Calvin. No, it's not a brand of underwear. It is the nickname of Josias Cavalcante. Brings in a record of 14-3-1, 1 no contest. That was against Shinya Aoki. 5 wins by knockout, 7 by submission. This man who has never been finished in a mixed martial arts fight. But he's only fought once since April 2008, a decision loss to Kawajiri at Dream 9. Known for his guillotine choke, his strength, being a very big fighter for the lightweight division. Outstanding striker too. The 2006 and 2007 K1 Heroes Middleweight Tournament champion. He's beaten the likes of Shaolin, Kaluno, Hiroyuki Takaya, Michihiro Omigawa. The question is, how will he handle coming back after a long break? How will his knees hold up? They have been the subject of many an operation, JZ Calvin. They're certainly holding up to his dancing at the moment. Good to see Mac Takano there in the corner and the rest of the team from ATT out of Coconut Creek in Florida. JZ, one of the most likeable, most amicable guys on the circuit. Lovely human being. And this is going to be a real test for him against Kakuno. Does JZ outstrike Kakuno? Well, he has the speed on Kakuno. You wonder if he has the power on Kakuno. Certainly he has the ground game and his submissions over Kakuno, but Kakuno is smart. Kakuno is cagey. Does JZ have the wit? Does he have the smarts to cerebrally beat Kakuno? So many questions need to be answered in this fight. Also, a big cheerio to a couple of people who have been tweeting us throughout the night. Raul Duke, 4247, big hello to you. I like anyone who's a Hunter Thompson fan. Big fan of the Gonzo myself. And also, big hello to the King Squid. Hope you're enjoying the show, guys. As Katsunori Kakuno makes his way out. I heart this entrance. He of the creepy smile, Katsunori Kakuno. Look at the zen-like focus on the face. The breathing that is being channeled from his diaphragm is known in karate as ibuki breathing. Especially prominent in Kyokushin karate. Was very much one of the symbols of Kyokushin's founder, the late Sosei Masoyama. He was very adept at ibuki breathing before he used to perform several feats of endurance and strength, including fighting bulls with his bare fist, knocking them out with one punch between the eyes and then shearing off their horns with a shuto strike or a knife hand strike. You will see the crescent kick of Kakuno. You will see the Gakuzuki, the reverse punch, the Chudansuki, the reverse punch in the midsection. He'll pull out the full repertoire, the Mawashigeri, the round kicks, the Maigeri, the front kicks, Yoshidogeri, the back kicks, the Yokogeri, the side kicks. But you'll wonder what he's got in his bag of tricks should this one go to the ground. Should JZ end up on top of him or on his back? In both divisions, or both positions, JZ is dominant, is capable. This one is a real toss-up.
アコナ173センチ70キロ JZ カリンバー170センチ70キロ菊野勝則
little bit of kata in the corner there from Katsunori Kikuno. As the referee calls them both to center ring. Certainly the toughest test yet.
This is dream roof
for Kikuno.
No headbutt upper neck. Okay? No headbutt.
Eddie Alvarez was a huge test for him.
No with the ropes. Exciting fight. Exciting fight. Okay? Check
He
out.
steps it up again here, I believe, in fighting Jay-Z. First round, 10 minutes. Second round, 5. Jay-Z, always an impressive physical specimen. Looks ready to rage out of his corner. His left instep and ankle is heavily bandaged. Looks like it's been mummified. Michael Chavello, Frank Trigg with you, and the hands later, Hans Thompson. Look at Kikuno with his stance here. Trying to fire out those straight line punches. The forearms turned outwards to catch any kicks that Jay-Z may throw. Jay-Z more of a Western boxer stance. He's drifting off to his right, which is the way he wants to go, staying out of the way of the right hand of Kikuno. Kikuno flies in with a knee to the sternum. Jay-Z tries to tie him up, but it's some nice footwork so far from Kikuno. Kikuno's going to be careful though. He does tend to drop his hands. Leave his jawline exposed. Nice knee in the midsection from Jay-Z.
A guy like Jay-Z needs to turn this into a real fight. Grab a hold, turn kind of a brawl. Grab a hold of Kikuno and just brawl him out, because if you let him stand on the outside like that, he's eventually going to catch you with something. And any one of his kicks or those punches could finish the fight.
All tied up like a pretzel over in the neutral corner. Jay-Z corks up the right thigh with a nice little knee. Referee calling for action here.
A break. Break.
And he breaks both men. Very solid start to this semi-main event. Fantastic matchmaking here by Dream. Jay-Z just probing with that jab. Kikuno looking for the liver section. Uppercut from Kikuno. Jay-Z tries to fold him in half again with that knee.
Jay-Z's traditionally much bigger than all of his opponents. Much stronger, bigger in size, and that helps out as the fight wears on. Slows the opponents down, but right now it kind of seems like Kikuno's kind of the same size. Pushing him around a little bit and kind of dictating the pace.
Jay-Z, another Dream fighter we will see on Strike Force soon. Scott Coker is here ringside watching on. Sitting next to our own HDNet Fight CEO, Andrew Simon. Some good company. Good knee to the inside thigh there from Jay-Z. Referee gives a slap and a tickle, brings them both back to centre ring. Jay-Z shoots in for a single, gets the takedown, goes to side control, made it look easy.
Jeez,
that's a little bit of old school Jay-Z there.
Yeah, takedown pass, and it's weird because he's kind of stepping back into half guard. I don't know why he's stepping all the way over to the mount, but got his leg caught.
Gonna try and go for a guillotine. No, will he take the back here of Kikuno? Kikuno spins out back to centre ring. Crowd likes it.
Wow.
Nice work from Kikuno. A little bit of reddening just to the left eye of Kikuno. He's blinking quite heavily. May have received a bit of a thumb to the eye. Ooh, Jay-Z almost ate the knee there. He looked at shooting for a single, was undecisive, and Kikuno almost caught him with that meet and greet.
Kikuno was so quick from a standing still position.
Good head movement there from Jay-Z.
Most guys have to be moving to be that fast to kind of get after it and get something going in the right direction to hit him. Kikuno does just from standing there.
Big leg kick, just chomping down on that lead thigh. There's the kick to the liver from Kikuno. And he leans back like Fat Joe does Jay-Z. Tries to counter, doesn't work for him. Oh, liver shot! Wow! That'll make you pee all kind of colours tomorrow. And again from Kikuno, going for the liver of Jay-Z Calvin. There is nothing quite so painful in the world of striking than a liver shot. And there was the clipping that took to the jawline. The stand-up is Kikuno's at the moment. Jay-Z wants him down on the ground, eats a knee to the sternum. Inside thigh kick from Jay-Z, looking at that femoral artery. Now he puts Kikuno on his back. Nice tight close guard here from Kikuno.
Great job. Good job now, but now in his position, he's got to kind of hold on for a second because this is Jay-Z's perfect position. He loves this spot, kind of wearing an opponent down before he can knock him out later on the feet or beat him up a little bit on the feet later. So, got to take his time in here.
Looking to pass is Jay-Z.
It makes it look so easy every time he does it.
He's worked his way to half guard here, Jay-Z. You hear Jay-Z breathing quite heavily there as Kakuna's got that left leg locked up at the moment, not allowing the Brazilian to pass. Hans Thompson, how popular has Kakuno become here in Japan? He made an explosion at Dream 10 when he beat Andre Dida. He comes in as the deep champion, and it seems the fans of Dream have really taken to him.
Well, Michael, as you know, they're always looking for Japanese champions here, and he's really helped by the fact that he studies he's a practitioner of a traditional Japanese martial art in karate. He's a big darling of the MMA fans here in Japan now.
Two very likable men in center ring, two fantastic athletes. It's very hard to choose a winner. Jay-Z just giving a nice hand fist strike to the thigh. He goes to mount Kakuno. Still can't get there. Kakuno spins out back to his feet and fires a couple of uppercuts. That was nicely done from Kakuno.
That's twice that Kakuno's been able to evade Jay-Z on the bottom.
Kakuno backed up against the ropes, but so far he's had more escapes than an episode of Prison Break. Chance for the knees here. Kakuno trying to drop his weight down to his knee. The pie up the center with that one. That came close. Almost halfway through this round. Or under halfway through, I should say. Almost through this round. 3 minutes 50 remaining. Good knee to the inside thigh from Jay-Z. Referee moves him back to center ring. Will Kakuno go to town on that liver again? A cagey stance at his. Now it's Jay-Z in center ring. Kakuno just edges forward. A lot more flat-footed Kakuno, as most Kyokushin fighters are. They're very flat-footed in their stand-up. Don't really move around with the balls of their feet like a kickboxer would. Lead there from Jay-Z, and a nice trip takedown. Took out the leg. On top now, Kakuno inside there, half guard.
What a tough round to score. Both guys are going back and forth. Both guys are getting most dominant positions. Let's see what Jay-Z can do from his position if he pops out.
Fantastic semi-main event. Jay-Z trying to get that legs up a little bit higher with the closed guard, but the referee says, let's move you back to center ring, boys. Keep it nice and clean. It will be Kakuno inside the closed guard of Jay-Z Calvin. All part of the Dream 15 action from here at the Saitama Super Arena. Michael Chavello, Frank Trigg with you. Trying to utilise a rubber guard here, Jay-Z. Can he try and work it into maybe an omoplata or a shoulder lock?
Nice high guard.
Nice high guard indeed. He could try and turn this into something very special. Maybe he look for a triangle nice and high here. No, puts the guard back lower again. Still a closed guard from Jay-Z. 2 minutes and 10 remaining. The Hanslater has grabbed the microphone.
Jay-Z's corner here, George Santiago in the corner telling him look for a sweep.
Ooh, nice right hand there from Kakuno in the top position. Jay-Z again throws that leg up. Was maybe looking for an omoplata. Trying to lock up that right shoulder of Kakuno. He's keeping the head as close as he can to his chest. Now he shrugs him off and quickly springs to his feet as Jay-Z.
Jay-Z did a good job with that high guard, but Kakuno was doing a great job of keeping it countered, so Jay-Z had to get back to his feet to make any kind of motion happen. This is very tough to tell from here.
Jay-Z switching between orthodox and southpaw, now back to his preferred orthodox stance. Oh, liver kick there from Kakuno. It's such a dangerous technique to throw, also the liver kick, because you really do risk cracking your foot against your opponent's elbow if you mistime it or misjudge it. You can break your foot on a liver kick. Knee there from Kakuno. Jay-Z back to his feet once more. Under 60 seconds remaining here in the first, the 10-minute opening marathon round. All through the ropes. Referee's got to break them here, and he does. A little bit of reddening on the forehead there of Jay-Z, nothing to worry him.
You can't give Kikuno any space. You got to get inside of him the whole time and try to pin this thing off. Kikuno's doing a good job of holding his ground by staying just outside of Jay-Z's punches and then counter-kneeing or counter-kicking right after.
Jay-Z switches to southpaw and gets a body shot for his troubles. He telegraphed that right hand. The jab just fell short. 18 seconds remaining. Does Kikuno have maybe one more shot to the liver left? We saw him against Hironaka last time. Liver kick and punch KO. It was a beautiful combination. Tries to throw an into the breadbasket against the ropes. Not happening though for Kikuno. Little propping right hand as we go to the towels.
Wow, that looked to me right there at the end. Jay-Z caught a straight left hand right down the center and snapped his head back.
The cameraman in front of me who is filming the corner of Jay-Z has a t-shirt on that says on the back, strangely, Nothing But Sausage Tour 2006. Nothing but sausage, Frank.
Yeah, I'm not down with that.
Yeah.
Nice
Either way,
fight,
what is Kikuno doing right? What is Jay-Z doing right or wrong in the first round there, Frank?
Well, Kikuno's doing what he's doing right is he's staying patient. Kikuno's staying on the outside. He's staying just outside Jay-Z's punches. Every time he gets taken down, he battles right back. He doesn't concede any position. He just stands there. Jay-Z had flashes of excellence where he was making it a brawl. He was digging inside, chasing him down, making Kikuno have to fight. Kikuno wants to be on the outside like most karate guys do. You can't let him be on the outside. You got to get inside. You have to get after him a little bit. And Jay-Z's biggest problem he's having is when he gets the dominant position on top, Kikuno's getting out. So Jay-Z, the next time he takes him down, has to hold him down and get in a better position. So he's able to get a couple punches in, a little more ground and pound him.
Final instructions in the corner here of Jay-Z, Calvin. Kikuno looked very good for most of the first round. Maybe just needs to get a little bit more aggression behind him. Jay-Z is very eager to come out of his corner. Referee just pushing him back to wipe him off a little here. A little bit too much water and some excess vas around the forehead. Second round. Jay-Z's guard up very high again. Nice counter left hook as Kikuno came in. Inside thigh kick, missed the target. Overhand right was nicely timed from Jay-Z. And there's a liver kick from Kikuno. Jay-Z takes him down inside the half guard.
And now what can he do with him from here? He's taken him down a couple times before, but he's gotten right back up to his feet. He's got to get to a better position, past the guard, get at least a half guard, start raining down some blows.
You see the kanji on the arm there of Jay-Z. It actually translates as love family. Very big family man, Jay-Z Calvin. Shoulder thrust there from the Brazilian, trying to mount. He gets there.
Wow, easy too. Didn't even have any resistance on it at all. Just stepped right over. Now what's he going to do?
Corners tell him to punch him.
Smart corner.
We're looking at reverse here. Kikuno, but no, Jay-Z's mount very high now.
Jay-Z needs to arc up just a little bit, get a little bit of space. Start punching.
Kikuno gives his back. Not where you want to be against it. Choke out master. Kikuno may be in trouble here. He's trying to pry that arm free. You see the female in the background biting her nails nervously, as all the fans are here in Saitama. Kikuno may be in trouble. But no, he's so far pushing that arm out of trouble.
You see how his chin's tucked underneath the arm. He's fine. There's no danger here right now. But now with that body triangle put on there, he's going to start squeezing a little bit, start taking away some of the air. It's going to be tougher and tougher to breathe. The longer Jay-Z holds him here, the less energy he's going to have when he gets out of here. Kikuno's in a lot of trouble.
Referee's calling for action. You see again the referee calling for action. He wants Jay-Z to try and improve this position.
He doesn't need to. He's in a perfect position.
Exactly.
This is a great spot. He's a dominating position. He can stay here all day long. There's no way for Kikuno to do anything from here.
Oh, JZ looking for a heel kick. Locks in that body triangle again. It'll make it very hard for Kikuno to breathe. JZ's still got a long time. 2 minutes 30 remaining to try and find a submission for the Brazilian. JZ just popping his head up to get the instructions from his corner. Nice heel kick. That was high up on the stomach. Cinch on that body triangle again, perhaps here. JZ trying to reset for a rear naked choke. Kikuno looks very relaxed.
He always does. I think this is his demeanor, even though he's got to be under pressure right now. He's got a body triangle on. He's got one of the best rear naked submission guys on you right now from behind.
JZ trying to get some shots off. He's known for his guillotine choke in particular. 7 submissions in his 14 career victories for JZ Calvin. Still through the ropes here. Kikuno just trying to control that left arm. Ooh, and a slapping punch to the side of the head. As if JZ saying, get your ass back in here.
He's high now. He's going to start getting shaken off. He's got to get him down. He's got to get Kikuno flat on his back. He's doing a great job of keeping a nice tight position.
JZ just all over him here. Kikuno still looking relaxed but not doing anything, just defending. It won't score for Kikuno. It's been mostly JZ in this round.
JZ going to swing one of his hands and start punching. He doesn't need to keep both hands around his head. Just take the other hand and start punching a little bit, force him to move. Kikuno's got to get those legs broken. He can't let that body triangle stay on him.
The crowd now chanting for Kikuno. Can they rally him on? Can Kikuno hulk up and escape here? 30 seconds remains. JZ trying to slap on the submission. He's going to loosen him up a bit more. The aggression here from the Brazilian.
His aggressive behavior might make the switch. He might get popped out of here.
15 seconds on the clock. It'll be a triumphant return for JZ. Kikuno, who looks so confident, so good in the stand-up, but on the ground, it was JZ World. Does Kikuno have one final salvo? No. He pumps the fist into the air, gives praise to the big man upstairs. And JZ should take this one on the scorecards, Frank.
I believe so, too. I think he did such a good job. He maintained the entire pace, put him in definite positions where he didn't want to be in. Kikuno stayed patient, stayed calm, but this wasn't enough to beat a guy like JZ.
Good sportsmanship there. Kikuno's career in Dream continues to swing back and forth. Dita win, Alvarez loss, Hironaka win, maybe JZ loss coming up here. Big hello also to one of my favourite mixed martial arts reporters, Michael David Smith on MMAfighting.com. Big hello to you, Mr. MDS. Hope you're enjoying the show as always. Fantastic coverage of mixed martial arts. So we await the decision. Our 3 judges at Dream always score as an overall fight. They never score round by round. First judge for JZ.
Judge Kobayashi. Kikuno.
One for Kikuno.
Judge Isono. Kalban.
Yes, JZ takes a split decision. Elation for the Brazilians. Devastation for Kikuno. Mactakano there, who very impressively to me was actually in the TV series Twin Peaks back in the day. Mactakano, there's a bit of trivia for you. Found her body wrapped in plastic. This one is showered in gold for JZ tonight. What a moment for the Brazilian back in the winner's circle. And folks, coming up next, the one we've all been waiting for. Shinya Aoki defends the title against the crusher, Kawajiri.
Hello, kiddies. I'm Alice Cooper, and you're watching HD Net.
We are taking Get Out to a whole new level. Paradise is at your fingertips.
I get to go play in the water and put on my bikini.
We are back and better than ever. It's an all-new season of Get Out, Dominican Republic.
I haven't been to the Dominican before, so I'm super excited to go.
Only on HD Net.
This is HD Net Unrated. Yeah. Get Out. Girls Gone Wild.
What do you say we go party and find some more hot babes to get wild with us?
Art Man presents.
It's always happening, man.
All part of Guys Night In Unrated.
Man, it's been wild tonight.
Thursdays and Saturdays, exclusively on HD Net.
Why am I yelling at you with a hammer? It's because I just tapped the cask. That's good cask ale. You like beer, you like drinking. Let's talk about sex. Oh, God. If you like America, join me as I tour the nation with one goal in mind. Let's make it an easier world to drink in. Watch my show, right, Steve? Right. Drinking Made Easy with Zane Lamprey on HDNet, coming soon.
もう試合しないとやっていけないです。
倒し合い強くなる、壊し合い響き合う、決着じゃない、始まりだ。君はチャンピオンなんだから、そんなに簡単に泣くな。青木真也、
森選手も好きだし、川尻選手も好きだし、僕は末っ子なんで、一番やりたいようにやらせてもらってて。
彼はとても弱い人間である。戦いの前は逃げ出したくなるような恐怖を人一倍背負う。だからリングの外では奔放な言動を、リング上では狂気を見せる。
精一杯頑張ってきます。
勝って泣き、負けて泣く。
負けた方はあまりにも失うもの大きい大将戦。
王者になった。追い詰められた。
気が出そうになりますよ。いつ解放されるんだっていう気持ちは正直あるし。
ドリームの存在価値をかけた全米進行。
このままじゃダメだ。このままじゃ命など変わって終わる。きつい試合、きついシチュエーションが多かったと思いますね。でもそれをやっぱりこう踏み出す自分というか、
それでも進め。
死ぬほどきついっすよ。ありがとうって言えるんですよね。僕はやっぱりプライド潰れてよかったと思ったし、
前へ進め。
強く育ってくれること、ありがたいというか、ありがとうって言えるように。
子供たちが憧れるかどうか、青木真也が厳しいんじゃないかな。だから俺は勝つしかないから、KOだ。
挑戦者川尻達也。
俺も挑戦受けてくれるように検討します。
7月10日が終わってみれば、ストライクフォースも、プライドも全部俺はドリームのチャンピオンになるためのストーリーの一つだったってなるんじゃないかなって思ってます。
辛く長い道のり、歩いてきたのはお前だけじゃない。
悔しいですけど、また頑張りたいと思いますんで。
このリングを背負い戦い、悔しい思いをしてきたのはお前だけじゃないんだ。かっこ悪くても泥まみれでも戦い続ける。川尻達也は愚直な男である。
やられて、俺川尻さん勝った瞬間に俺が負けれないってプレッシャーです。
ヒールホールドでアルバレスに一本勝ち。
だけど勝ってほしいと思ったけど、あんな圧勝してほしい。戦いどっかに負けろっていう気持ちは持ってる。微妙なね。そう
ありますよね。
あるね。
ライバルってそういうもんです。
戦友っていう言葉に近いかな。2007年に不安で、泣きそうな、もう逃げ出したいような辛い1年を耐えれたのは、それはもう本当青木だったり石田君のおかげだと思う。
好きだけど嫌いです。やっぱ兄弟同士って仲悪いじゃないですか。そういう感じですよね。プライドっていう同じ 親父から生まれたもんだから。
ずっと共に戦ってきた、そういう感傷に浸るのはもう今で終わり。
今愛してるのはドリームかなっていう。
卒業でしょ。今の僕が一生懸命生きれてるし。
俺だったら世界で勝負できるって俺だけは絶対信じてる。そんな簡単になくなる。
兄弟喧嘩だから絶対負けたくないでしょ。
倒す、世界を倒すために夢を倒して強くなる。もう一度日本人が夢を見ることができる。そんな戦いをしようじゃないか。ドリームライト級タイトルマッチ、王者青木真也、挑戦者川尻達也。
ただいまよりドリーム15、本日の最終試合、ドリームライト級タイトルマッチを行います。
And now for the Dream Lightweight Title Match.
青コーナーより川尻達也選手入場。
Kawajiri, known as the Crusher, epic ground and pound artist, magnificent rear leg round kick, very heavy hands, and you know he can bench press 300 pounds. Listen to that ovation. 25-5-2, 10 wins by knockout, 6 by submission. Has won 8 of his last 10. The former Shuto welterweight champion who defeated Shaolin for the title. He's also beaten the likes of Eames Edwards, Charles Crazy Horse Bennett, Yakima Hansen, JT. As a child, he wanted to be a pro baseball player. He even wrote an essay once declaring he'd be the #1 draft pick for the Tokyo Giants. Now, here's one of the giants of Japanese mixed martial arts. Long expressed his frustration at not getting a title shot. Now the time has finally come. Is it in the destiny of Kawajiri to become the lightweight champion of Dream? Said of his opponent Aoki, a man shouldn't cry so easily. It's embarrassing. And certainly Aoki is a man who cries more than Chris Brown at a Michael Jackson tribute. Bounds into the ring, does Kawajiri. The Crusher is ready to crush the Bucker Survivor.
赤コーナーより青木真也選手入場。
There is no middle ground with Shinya Aoki. You either love the former policeman or you hate the former policeman. There's nobody really who is so on Aoki. Everybody has an opinion on Shinya. Tatsuya Aoki. Tomokan Judan, the master of the flying submissions as he's known. The Baka survivor. Baka translates as stupid or idiotic. 23-5, one no contest, 14 wins via submission. And some of those submissions have been among the most crazy in mixed martial arts history. Particularly that reverse Gogoplata, the Aoki Plata he pulled out right here against Nagata on one of the earlier dream shows. He's beaten Eddie Alvarez, JZ Calvin, Yaki Hounson twice, Shaolin, Hirota, who he broke his arm here in Saitama at New Year's Eve Dynamite. A self-confessed fighting sports geek who actually has a bookshelf at home that is full of textbooks about judo, wrestling and sambo. Was actually fired from his job teaching beginner and children's classes at Palestra Kasei due to his antics after breaking Hirota's arm at Dynamite. Very controversial. Not only breaking Hirota's arm, but also flipping the double bird to Hirota and all and sundry ringside. He said in interviews that none other than Kazushi Sakuraba told him that the belt will be a real burden after he won the title, and certainly everybody is queued up to take a crack at the champion Aoki. Described his feelings towards Kawajiri as love and hate, like a sibling rivalry. Now you've got to figure it leans more on the hateful side than any sort of love.
Please stand for the Japanese national anthem. 独唱はロンドンのクラブシーンを賑わすなど日本だけでなく海外でも活躍されているレマさんです。
君が
Many a peacock died to bring you that headdress.
続きまして認定宣言です。笹原イベントプロデューサーお願いいたします。
認定宣言。ただいまから行われます青木真也選手対川尻達也選手の試合は7月9日ルールディレクター立ち会いのもと厳正なる計量の結果両選手ともに規定体重を満たし心身ともに万全であると認められました。よって本試合をドリームライト級タイトルマッチと認定します。2010年7月10日ドリームイベントプロデューサー笹原健一。
続いて青木真也選手よりドリームライト級チャンピオンベルトの返還です。今笹原イベントプロデューサーの手にベルトが返還されました。
Final instructions in the corner. Kitaoka in the corner there with Aoki. Ishida in the corner with Kawajiri.
これよりドリームライト級タイトルマッチを行います。赤は171センチ 70.0 キログラムチャレンジャー川尻達也。
I have to to say, Hans, it's been quite a while since we've heard such a vocal crowd at Dream events. They are really into it here and split right down the center.
Absolutely, like you said, there's a lot of people on both sides of this. Particularly Aoki arouses really strong feelings, either of love or hate, in Japanese people as well.
All is in readiness for this championship bout. Shinya Aoki, the defending lightweight champion of Dream. The challenger, the crusher, Tatsuya Kawajiri. First round will be 10 minutes long. Second round will be 5 minutes long. It will be Kawajiri trying to keep it standing for as long as he can. Working those heavy hands, working that wicked round kick. If it goes to ground, he wants to be on top. Sit inside the half guard and ground and pound. It'll be Aoki looking to bring him down and lock on a leg lock, lock on a choke, lock on an armbar. Michael Chiavello, Frank Trigg, and Hans Thompson with you. Aoki in southpaw stance. He shoots in early for a single. Then Kawajiri scrambles. Aoki locking up the leg. Kawajiri won it.
He's got his heel caught. He's got to turn. He's got to keep spinning out of it. He's in a bad way right now, Kawajiri is. He's almost in a full calf crush.
One of the best submission artists in the world is doing his thing in the ring again. Oh my! Kawajiri could be in a whole lot of bother.
See, he has the top of his foot caught, so he can't get his foot out of there. He's extending the top of the foot fully out.
Is he going to tap? Is it finished for Kawajiri? He heel kicks the face. He heel kicks the chest. Epic moments in the opening 60 seconds of this main event. And look at Aoki like a leech. He won't let go. How taste my feet. This is what Aoki does so well. Kawajiri cannot play this game, surely. What a sight here. Aoki just twisting and turning.
Aoki's got to get his feet crossed the top of Kawajiri, get him locked in there so he can't get his hips away any further. And Kawajiri's got to start kicking his legs out to get his foot out of that armpit. He's caught him in a deep bag.
Ishida screaming, you can get it out, you can get it out.
A grimace from Kawajiri. Aoki relax and look at the lever. That's good night, Irene. That's good night, Irene. That's good night, Irene. Aoki did it as Aoki does. Another thrilling submission. Wow. Kawajiri's ankle, his foot in a very bad way here. Aoki did it. And Frank, he did it easy.
Yeah, he made it look simple. I mean, it was almost nothing to it. Shot him for a takedown. Knew he was going to get countered on a takedown. And really rolled into a knee to a foot lock. That turned into a calf crunch and turned back into a foot lock.
Huge welts under the left eye of Aoki. He might have taken one shot from those heel kicks to the face. His fists are raised above his head. Emotions are spilling over here in the audience in Saitama. You cannot believe the atmosphere here, folks. It is amazing. Shinya Aoki has proven once again that he is the #1 in Japanese mixed martial arts. At the expense tonight of Kawajiri, who is still laid out. As Aoki climbs the ropes and salutes the crowd. He didn't even raise a sweat, Frank.
Well, here comes the problem, though. On the ranking scale, 7-8, 7 wins, so the rankings are correct. Stylistically, though, Aoki got destroyed by Gil Melendez. We were hoping with a Kawajiri win, the Japanese would go back over and fight again in Strikeforce and would have a better matchup with Melendez by using Kawajiri. But obviously, Aoki destroys Kawajiri. Now we have the best guy in Japanese martial arts in the weight class. Can't cross overseas to fight in America at all because he just got beat. So it becomes, once again, for Japanese mixed martial arts, kind of a quadrant.
Shinya Aoki doing the rounds here. A huge moment for him, not only defending the lightweight strap as Kawajiri is still laid out here. And Aoki takes the microphone. This was a win that he needed. This was as impressive as Aoki has ever been.
Said here, this is the end of Pride. He said, I'm really happy that everyone came here to watch us and that Kawajiri came and gave it his best. I'm going to get married.
Wow.
Since the beginning of Dream, we've been together. I always wanted to make her happy, but
future Mr. Aoki.
Now we're going to get married.
Wow. So a sense of romance added to Dream here tonight.
I'm going to put Dream on my shoulders. I'm going to make everybody happy, so come along with me.
He has promised that before. The promise was derailed against Melendez. But is Aoki truly back now, and will he get another crack on US soil? That is the question. The lightweight strap will be placed around his waist again. He remains the champion with an ultra-impressive submission, Frank.
What a great submission. I mean, he stuck with it the whole time. Like I said earlier, he knew he wasn't going to be able to get that takedown. He immediately shot for that takedown to stop other action from happening. Gets reversed out in the middle of his shot and is able to finish everything off.
You see in the background the white coach, the ringside physicians, they had to carry Kawajiri. You see it there backstage. His heel, his ankle is completely screwed up.
We now got to wait for the report, which won't happen until tomorrow morning, to find exactly what he tore in it. But Kawajiri fought it for as long as he could, but I can guarantee you that he popped a couple ligaments in there for sure.
What did he do wrong, Frank?
First of all, he didn't have that sense of urgency. As soon as Aoki grabs a hold of anything, starts wrapping his arms or his legs around it, he has to immediately start kicking away, twisting away, trying to get it all the way out and away from his grip. He should have been a little more patient and start throwing a lot more uppercuts and haymakers to keep Aoki from getting that shot on it. You see the foot start to rotate back and out. That's the ankle getting twisted the opposite way. So I mean, that was definitely getting something popped in him for sure. And it's unfortunate for Kawajiri because he has the skill, he has the strength. He just didn't have the proper game plan like Gilbert Melendez did when he fought Aoki. Kawajiri didn't put that kind of game plan into effect for his style against Aoki tonight.
Kawajiri will be ruining this day for a long time to come. He'll look back on it, he'll reflect on it, and think he fell completely into the Aoki trap. He was ensnared by Aoki, and there's a loving embrace. Aoki announcing he's going to get married. The dream strap over his shoulder once more. Aoki is a very proud champion. But some very emotional words there, Hans. I mean, Aoki's saying Pride died tonight.
Well, the whole storyline was about how they both came from Pride, and that's what he was saying, is that kind of wrapped everything up.
So a lot of emotion just overflowing here in Saitama. It's interesting that most of the crowd is still here. They haven't left. They want more of Aoki on the microphone, and it seems they may get it.
Said, I forgot to say it, but I'm gonna fight Melendez again in April. Actually, I'm sorry about that. He said in September in Nagoya.
Oh, he's going to fight him here. Dream, September 25. Dream 16. Epic, Frank. Wow, epic.
It's a great night.
Wow.
All right.
I could not wait for that. My word, September 25. We'll be there live. Things just got real once again in Dream, Franco Trico.
Yeah, I like this. Let's see what happens now. Hopefully Gilbert, can keep the same game plan and make it work effectively again like he did the first time.
It caps a marvelous night here at Dream 15. 7 fights on the card, all of them were entertaining. There were no boring moments at all here. Dream 14 was absolutely epic, one of the best shows of the year, and tonight again we have seen an amazing spectacle. Thrilling main event submission as we go through the winners. And have a look at that, all of them came from the red side of the draw, bar JZ Calvin. Aoki submitting Kawajiri. Calvin decisioning Kikuno. Musashi looking very over-imish with a very quick and aggressive guillotine standing on Jake O'Brien. Mizuno shocking us all, defeating Melvin Manoff. Michio Magawa made hard work, but eventually did the job over young Samjun. Mitsuhito Ishida, the endless one, was too good for TJ Taiki. And Katsuhiro Nakamura defeated a game psycho Karl Amusu. Frank, looking back over tonight's card, your highlights here tonight?
Well, obviously, you know, I love it when the underdog wins every time. So Mizuno beating Manoff for me was a big night. And I was really impressed by young Sam Juno, who really weren't expecting, you know, Jung wasn't supposed to do anything, but yet he did. He did really good against Omagawa. He did eventually get caught, but he showed a lot more heart than we thought he was going to show. He was set to be at Tomato Can for that first fight, but I'm really impressed by Ishida. He finally came back in and showed that he deserves to be at the lower weight class. He needs to push his pace a little bit higher against Takai.
As Aoki walks back to the change rooms, and his fiance will join him. Hey, maybe we can get a job treat as the MCs at Aoki's wedding. What do you think?
Oh, that'd be great.
I'd
love to call that.
That'd be fantastic, right? Hire us as MC for your wedding, Shinya. That'd be great. We're there. But you know what? A fantastic night, Frank. Dream 14, as I said last time, was extraordinary in the white cage. Tonight, again, a very highly entertaining. I mean, every fight, there was no sleeper. There was no boring moments.
Even the ones that were supposed to be boring and supposed to be like easy to win for the opponent to come and just destroy his opponent, they actually became very game, became very fighting. So it was good.
A few upsets on the card. I mean, not a lot of people gave Nakamura a chance against Amusu. Omagawa was meant to beat Jung Young Sam, but actually made a very hard work of Sam, who was game, he was valiant, as all Japanese, all Korean fighters are. They have huge hearts. But Dagon Musashi, what do you make of him? I mean, Jake O'Brien to me was no great opponent. He came in fat. He came in, you know, horrible looking. Had nothing really to offer. But when have we seen Musashi really that aggressive? I mean, he locked on that standing guillotine. He just wanted to snap his head off.
I think he's a guy that would learn from his loss. He learned from the big flaw in his game is the fact that he didn't have any kind of wrestling skill when the wall beat him up. So he had to go in there and try to figure out how to defeat it, how to become better at it. And fortunately, he worked out very well. And then it's not his fault that Jake O'Brien wasn't game. It's not his fault that Jake O'Brien came in and not ready to fight. Gerard was ready to fight. He fought and did it very well. And then just proved that, you know, you got to be ready to fight every guy every single time, because Jake just wasn't, Gerard was, and that's how it went.
Well, folks, there you have it. Dream 15 is in the history books. Dream 16, September 25 in Nagoya. We've seen tonight that the crazy little gremlin Carluno will be back in action, and we've seen Shinya Aoki is going to rematch Gil Melendez. Going to be epic. Franco Trigu, as always, brother, fantastic to be here with you ringside. Michael Chavello, on behalf of all the crew at HDNet and here at Dream and right around the world, it's good night from us.